Hari Om children, today we are going to see a chapter that is divisions. What are divisions and what are the properties of division and how we are going to share these divisions we are going to see in this chapter. The division is a method of distributing a group of things into equal parts. It is one of the four basic operations of arithmetic which gives a fair result of sharing. Division means nothing but the distributing a group of things, and it is one of the arithmetic operation in maths. What are arithmetic operations here? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We are having four arithmetic operations in maths. In that, division is one of them. The division is an operation inverse of multiplication. Division is nothing but inverse of multiplication. What is meant by inverse of multiplication? Division is opposite of multiplication. We will see example here. If three groups of 4 make 12 in multiplication, means what, Nana? When we are multiplying 3 into 4, what is our product we are getting here? 3 into 4 will be giving us the product as 12, means 3 groups of 4. When we are pairing three things for 4 times, what will be our answer there? Our answer will be 12. Yes or no? We are grouping 3. For suppose 3 apples I have taken. 3 apples for 4 times. 3 apples, 3 apples, 3 apples, 3 apples. For 4 groups I maintained. So, I want to find what is the total number of apples present there. So, what I am going to do there? I am going to multiply 3 into 4 groups. Yes or no? I placed 3 apples for 4 times. That's why I have to multiply 3 into 4. When I am multiplying it 3 into 4, I will be getting my product as 12. So, I will be having 12 apples with me. Now, if the same way 12 divided into 3 equal parts, equal groups, give 4 in each group in division. If suppose my same number 12, I have to divide it with 4 or 3. Here I have taken 3, so I will take 3. When this 12 is divided by 3, means what, Nana? This 12 should be divided into 3 equal groups. So how many groups I can make? In 3 table 12 comes for 4 times. 3 fours are 12. Right? I have my remainder as 0. I can make 4 groups of 12. How I can arrange 4 apples for 3 times. Means 12 apples are there. I want to group them for 3 groups. For making them 3 groups, how many apples I have to arrange? I have to arrange in one group 4 apples, right? In that way, we can share our apples equally among ourselves. The main goal of division is to see how many equal groups or how many in each group. In division, first we will be seeing how many equal groups we are doing or how many in each group we are having. We will be seeing this both in our divisions. For example here, I will show you an example here, ma. There are 16 balls and 4 boxes. How to put these 16 balls in 4 equal sized boxes? I have to arrange. Here my total balls are, if you observe here, my total balls are here. 16 balls are there, right? Now what I have to do? I have to place them in these 4 squared boxes. Equally I have to put. So what I have to do? What is my number here? My number is 16. So how many groups I have to make? I have to make for 4 groups. So I have to divide that 16 with the number of groups. So this is my total number of balls and this is the number of boxes I have to place. Now how I am going to identify how many balls I can keep in one box? What you have to do here? You have to do your division. In 4 table, how many times you find 16? 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16. So 4 into 4, that is nothing but your answer 16. Now you got remainder 0 here, right? Then here in each group you can put 4 balls so that you will be getting all equal balls in all the boxes. Therefore, 4 balls should be kept in each box. Yes or no? We have divided here. So we can see 4 balls will be placed in each box. This is how we are going to share equally in the boxes. Properties of division. Now we are going to see what are the properties of division. When dividing something by 1, the answer will always be the original number. It means if the divisor is 1, the quotient will always be equal to the dividend, such as. Here I have taken one example. My number is 10. If my number 10 is divided by 1, I will be getting 10 itself. How? So 10 is my number. I have to divide it by with 1. So in one table 10, how many times it comes? 1 tens are 10. So 1 tens are 10. What is my remainder? 0. If you observe here, my quotient will be, this is my quotient and my quotient will be number itself. Yes or no? My quotient will be number itself. So whenever you divide any number with 1, the quotient will be the number itself. Now, second property. Division by 0 is undefined. Division with 0, it is undefined. Nobody has defined it what a number we will be getting when it is divided by 0. Now, third one, the division of the same dividend and the divisor is always 1 except 0. For example, for suppose any number you take, when you are dividing that number with the same number, you will be getting the quotient as 1 only. Why? Because the same number will be dividing in the same number for only one time. That's why any number divided by in same divisor, you will be getting the product as 1. That is quotient as 1. For example, I have taken 4 here. When 4 is divided by 4 itself, what you will get? You will be getting 1. Right or no? Yes, if you want, you can see 4 divided by 4. In 4 table, 4 will be coming 1. So, 4 ones are 4 and remainder is 0. So, when any number divided by itself, the quotient will be always 1. Now, 0 divided by a number gives 0 as a quotient. Any number divided by 0 we have not defined, but a number divided by 0 we will be writing it as 0 itself. Yes or no? 0 divided by 4 you will be getting 0 only. We will not get any number because it is not defined. These are the properties of division. Now, we will see the examples for the properties of division here. The properties of divisions are discussed here. I have taken some examples in this one. You can go through that. If we divide a number by 1, the quotient will be the number itself. As we discussed before, when any number divided by 1, we will be getting the same number as quotient, right? For example, 7542 divided by 1. We will be getting our answer as 7542 itself. For suppose a number divided by, for suppose I am taking second example, 372 divided by 1. What will be your quotient here? Your quotient will be the same number. 1 3 is a 3, right? Remainder 0, carry forward by 7. 1 7 is a 7. Remainder 0, carry forward by 2. 1 2 is a 2. What is your remainder now here? Your remainder is 0. See, you will be getting your same number. The number what you have taken as your dividend, that same number will be your quotient. So, any number if you divide by 1, you will be getting the number itself as your quotient. Here you see 1522 divided by 1, you will be getting the same number as your quotient. Same 1502 divided by 1, same number you will be getting as quotient. 1841 divided by 1, you will be getting same number as the quotient. You can do many examples by taking your own numbers in this format. Now, If we divide a number by the number itself, the quotient is 1. For example, 275 divided by 275, it is equal to 1 only. As I told you, any number you take, if the number what you are taking, the same number you are taking as your divisor, you will be getting your answer as 1, your quotient as 1. For example, my number is 10. When I am dividing 10 with a 10, in 10 table, 10 how many times it comes? Only one time it will come. So 10 ones are 10. So what is my remainder here? My remainder is 0. So any number divided with the same number, you will be getting your quotient as 1 itself. Here 105 divided by 105. The quotient is 1 only, because 105 into 1 is equal to 105. The number what you are taking, if you are multiplying it by 1, you will be getting the same number as 105. So when you are dividing the same number with the number itself, you will be getting the quotient as 1 itself. 571, 72 divided by 572, the quotient is 1 itself. Here see, 1027 divided by 1027, quotient is 1. Here 1426 divided by 1426, it is also 1. So remember that any number divided by itself, the quotient will be always 1. Now division of a number by 0 is meaningless. Meaningless means it is not defined. It is meaningless means it is not defined. Division of a number by 0 is not defined. Any number, if you are dividing with a 0, the value is not at all defined. 35 divided by 0, not defined. 65 divided by 0, not defined. 29 divided by 0, not defined. 47 by 0, not defined. 86 divided by 0, not defined. So any number dividing with 0, we don't have any value because it is not at all defined. So we will be taking the value itself as 0. Now we will see the connection between division and multiplication. What is the connection between division and multiplication? They are the opposite operations and both have to do with group of equal size. Whenever you are doing any division, in that division you can check out two facts, that is division fact and multiplication fact. And when these both are operating each other, they have to do with the equal group of size. They have to do with the equal group of size. So I have given a picture here. Observe that picture so that you can understand the relation between multiplication and division. So if you observe the picture here, Nana, what is the picture here? It is a picture of dog. So how many dogs are available total there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many dogs are there total? We are having 12 dogs all together. Now, how many groups are there? Means how many boxes are there? We are having one box, two box, three box. So, three groups of how many dogs are there in each box? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there. So, three groups into how many dogs in each box? 4 dogs in each box. That is gives you the total number of dogs. What is the total number of dogs? It is 12. It is 12. Now, it is a multiplication fact what we have done here. Now, we have to do the division fact of the groups. What is that? How many dogs are there total here? Total, we are having 12. And in each box, how many dogs are there? 4 dogs. That should be divided by 4. Now, total, how many groups you will be getting here? 3 groups you will be getting. This is the relation between multiplication and division. Facts. We have taken the total number is 12 and this 12 can be written as 3 into 4 as 12 or 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Both are oppositely working. Now multiplication and division are very closely related. They are opposite operations. You could say division is backwards multiplication. I hope you have understood the concept between multiplication and division. A number can have two facts, that is multiplication fact and division fact. Here we have taken 12. 12 can be written as 3 into 4 is equal to 12, or you can group them as 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3 groups. Now we will see what are the parts of division. Parts of division. What is your dividend here? 11 means the number 11 which you are going to divide. With which you are going to divide? You are going to divide by number 2. 2 is our divisor. When you are dividing 11 with a 2, you will be getting one quotient, and if remainder is there, you will be getting remainder also. So what is your quotient here? Your quotient is 5 and your remainder will be 1. Quotient will be always on the top of the dividend. Remainder will be at the bottom. If you observe here, your example, 11 is your dividend and 2 is your divisor. When you are dividing 11 with the 2, 2 5s are 10. In 2 table you can find 11? No. So you will be getting the nearest number for 11 is 10. How many times? 5 times. 2 5s are 10. So when you are subtracting this 10 from 11, you will be getting 1 as your remainder. So 1 you will be writing on the bottom side, and 5, that is your quotient, you will be writing on the top. We will be having 4 parts in the division. What are those 4 parts? Dividend, the number which you are going to divide. Divisor, the number with which you are going to divide the number. Quotient, the number which is nearer to the number or exactly dividing the number. Remainder, the number which is left, that is called the remainder. Now we will see how to divide a number with a single digit number. So what is my number here? 479 should be divided by 7. So what is my dividend here? Dividend means the number which we are going to divide. The number which we are going to divide. So our number is 479, that is our dividend. So what is our divisor? Divisor means the number with which we have to divide. So what is our divisor here? 7 is our divisor. Now, what are the remaining two parts we are having? Quotient and remainder. How we have to find that quotient and remainder, we will see here. Now, when 7 should be divide 479. How we are going to do, Nana? Observe here, 479 we have taken and we have to divide it by 7 table. So, what is the nearest number for 47 in 7 table? 7 6 42, right? Yes, 7 6 42. When you subtract 47 minus 42, what is the answer you are getting here? You are getting 5. So, which number you have to carry forward down? You have to carry forward down 9. When you are carry forwarding down 9, you will be having total number 59. What is the nearest number for 59 in 7 table? 7 8 50. 6. 7 8 56. So, when you are subtracting 59 minus 56, what will be your answer? It is nothing but your answer 3. So, 3 is less than 7. We can't divide further. So, we'll leave there only. 3 will be your remainder. Always the down answer what you have got, it is known as remainder, and the number which we have written on the top, it is known as quotient. So what is our quotient? Quotient is 68, and what is our remainder here? 3 is our remainder. Remember, first what you have to do, you have to divide, then what you have to do, you have to multiply, then what you have to do, you have to subtract, then bring down the number what is left. Understood how to do the division by a single digit number? Dividend means the number which we are going to divide. Divisor means the number with which we are dividing. The number what we are getting on the top, it is known as quotient, and the answer at the bottom which can't divide further, that is known as remainder. Okay, ma, we will see steps for division. How we are going to do our division. For suppose my dividend is 462 and my divisor is 3. So first what I have to do, this is my first step, what I have to write. After that my second step is I have to see the first digit whether it is divided in 3 table or not. Yes. How many times it can be divided? One time. The nearest number to 4 is 3. How many times it will be coming? One time. So 3 ones are 3. I have written here, and when I am doing subtraction here, I will be getting 1 as my reminder. 1 as my reminder. Now what I have to do? I have to subtract 4 minus 3. I will be getting 1 as my reminder, and now I have to go further. So which number I have to bring down? I have to bring down only 6. I have to bring down only 6, not 3, not 2. We should not bring down 2, but without having any confusion, we have brought down 2 also here. But when you are comparing the number for the second time, you have to compare the number, your dividend number as 16 only. Compare your dividend number 16 only. Now, what is the nearest number for 16 in 3 table? 3 5s are 15. 3 5s are 15. So, you are going to write 5 and then you are going to subtract 16 minus 15, right? 16 minus 15, what you will be getting here? 1. You are getting your remainder as 1. Now you bring your other number, that is 2. When you are bringing down your number 2, here how much total number you will be having? 12. You can observe here it is 12. Now what is the nearest number for 12 in 3 table? It is 4. 3 4s are 12. Now you directly write 12 here. 12 minus 12 you will be getting your remainder as 0. Yes, this is how you are going to do the division by step method. First, which number is the dividend number? You see that. Then write the remainder. Then forward with the next number. Then with the next number. Like that you have to do your division step by step by taking single numbers down. Okay, ma? Children, now we are going to see a division by a single digit number where we can get our divisor leaving a reminder. So we will be seeing the process how we are going to do and how we are going to proceed with the other number and how we are leaving the reminder at last. Now what is my dividend number here? My dividend number is 394. 394 is my dividend number. Now what is my divisor here? My divisor is 4. Means I have to divide 394 with 4. Now I have to decide from where I have to start my division. From where I have to start my division. So what I have to do? I have to compare the number which is in hundreds place. We have to go from hundreds place. So what is my number in hundreds place? It is 3. 3 is greater than 4, Nana? No, it is not greater than 4. So we can't divide the number which is in hundreds place with 4 because it is smaller than the number 4. So what I have to do? Now I have to take a decision to divide the number from tens place also. Now divide the tens. Now what we have to do? We have to compare both the numbers which is in hundreds place and which is in tens place. We have to group them. Hundreds and tens we have to group them and the two digits we have to take for our division. Means dividend number we have to take. Now when I am comparing my two digits, that is in hundreds place and tens place, what will be my number here? It is 39. So 39 is greater than 4? Yes, 39 is greater than 4. So what I have to do now? I have to check which is the nearest number for 39 in 4 table. Which is the nearest number for 39 in 4 table? Yes, 4 nines are 36. Means when I am multiplying 4 for 9 times, what will be my answer? My answer will be 36. So now what I have to do? I have to subtract my number 36 from 39. So when I am doing subtraction here, what will be my remainder left here? My remainder will be 3. Now again you do comparison. 3 is less than 4. Now I have to take a decision once again. Now what I have to do? I left with one more number here. What is that number? It is 4. 4 is in which place? It is in ones place. So I have to bring that ones place digit to the down and join with the remainder. So what I have to take the decision now? Divide the ones. Divide the ones. Now this, what is the number in ones place? It is 4. Now where I have to get that one? I have to bring down to the remainder. When I am bringing it down to the remainder, what will be my total number? My total number will be 34. My total number will be 34. Now what I have to check? I have to check which is the nearest number for 34 in 4 table. Which is the nearest number in 34 in 4 table, Nana? Yes, 4 eights are 32. My nearest number for 34 is 32. How many times? 8 times. When we are multiplying 4 with 8, we are getting our answer as 32, right? Now, what I have to do? I have to subtract 34 minus 32. What will be my remainder left here? My remainder will be 2. My remainder will be 2. Now, we have to compare again. 34 minus 32, you are getting remainder 2. What will be your remainder now? 2 will be your remainder. Now check out 2 is less than 4. Now we can't go further because we are not having any other number also to bring down. That's why we will stop our division here. Bring down, divide, multiply, subtract and check. This is your process. Note, when you check, you are checking if the number you got after subtracting is less than the divisor. If not, your dividend is not correctly done. That is what your process here. You have to check whether the divisor is less or not. Then only you have to proceed. If not, the division what you are doing is not correct. We'll see one more example here. I have taken 4-digit number, that is 7608. As I told you before, we have to decide from where we have to start our division. For that, we have to compare the number which is in thousands place. So what is the number in thousands place here? 7. But what is our divisor? 8. Now 7 is lesser or greater than 8? It is less than 8. So now what we have to do? We have to take the number which is in hundreds place and group with thousands digit. That is 7 plus 7 and 6, 76. Now our dividend number will be 76. So we have to check what is the nearest number for 76 in 8 table. So what will be your nearest number for 76 in 8 table? It is 72. How many times, Nana? 8 nines are 72. 8 into 9, that is equal to 72. 8 nines are 72. So you have to write 9 on the top of hundreds place because you have taken the number from hundreds place and you are dividing. So you have to put your 9 on the top of hundreds place and write the number down. That is, what is your number here? 72. Now 76 minus 72, what you will be getting your answer there? 4. Now 4 is also less than 8. Now what you have to do? You have to bring down the number which is in tens place. What is the digit in tens place? It is 0. Now what is your total number? Your total number is 40. Now what is the nearest number for 40 in 8 table? It is nothing but 8 5s are 40. 8 5s are 40. So write 5 on the place value of 10. 8 5s are 40. So write 5 on the tens place and write 40 down. Now 40 minus 40. What will be your remainder here? Your remainder is 0. But 0 is less than 8. You have to bring down the number 8 down, which is in ones place. Now what is your last number? 8. 8 is equal to 8. So 8 can be divided by itself. That's why 8 ones are 8. So 8 minus 8, what will be your answer now? Your answer will be 0. You will not get any reminder. Now, how you are going to verify this? You have done your division. Now, you have to check whether the division, what you have done, is right or wrong. For that, how you are going to check, ma? Just simple formula is there. What you have to do, you have to multiply the number which you got as quotient into divisor. Means you got your total answer. What is your total answer here? 951, right? 951 is your answer. This number should be multiplied by the divisor. What is your divisor number here? 8. 951 should be multiplied by 8. After multiplying these two numbers, you have to add with the remainder. You have to add with the remainder. So, what is your divisor? 8. What is your quotient? 951. These two numbers should be multiplied together, and for this we have to add our remainder. Now what you are seeing here, when you are multiplying these two numbers, you got your answer as 7608. And what is our remainder? 0. Now add this together, you will be getting your question. Now 7608. If any remainder is there, your division is wrong, because 7608 is your question. You must get 0 as remainder itself. If you got other than 0 any other number, the division what you have done is wrong. This is how you are going to check your verification in division. Divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to your question. That is the formula for verification of division. Now I'll tell how to check your division here clearly. How to check the division. My dividend is 458 and that should be divided by 5. When I am doing like this, I got my quotient as 91. Quotient is 91 and my remainder is 3. Right? This is my answer. Now I have to check whether the number what I have got as quotient and remainder is correct or not. For that, what I told the formula, divisor into quotient. What is my divisor? 5 is my divisor. Write it first. And what is my quotient? 91. Write that here. Multiply these two now. When you are multiplying, you are getting the answer as 455 plus what I have to add? I have to add my remainder. What is my remainder? My remainder is 3. Now this 455 should be added by 3. Now when I am adding this both, what is my answer? My answer will be my dividend number. What is my dividend number here? 458 is my dividend number. So when we are adding divisor into quotient plus remainder, we will be getting the exact number what we have taken as a dividend. Always we have to add remainder to the number what we have multiplied. Then only we will be getting our exact number. This is how we are going to verify our division. Children, we'll see one more example how to check our division. So, my dividend number is 9575 and that should be divided by 5. This is my number, dividend number and divisor number. So, now check out the division here, 9575. When it is dividing it by 5, check the number which is in thousands place. It is 9. So 9 is greater than 5. So which is the nearest number for 9 in 5 table? It is 5. How many times? 1 time. 5 ones are 5. So when I am subtracting 9 from 5, what will be I am getting? I will be getting 4 as my remainder. Now 4 is less than 5. That's why what I have to do? I have to bring down the number 5. So I got 5. What will be nearest number for 45 in 5? 5 nines are 45. When I am subtracting 45 minus 45, what will be answer here? Your reminder, it is 0. So 0 is less than 5. what you have to do? You have to bring down the number 7. So what is the nearest number for 7 in 5 table? 5. How many times? 1 time. 5 ones are 5. So what is your balance here? 7 minus 5, it is 2. Now 2 is less than 5. What you have to do? Bring down the number 5. When you are bringing down the number, it is 25. So what is the nearest number for 25 in 5 table? 5 5s are 25. 5 5s are 25. What will be your remainder now? Your remainder number is 0. So your division is completed. No other numbers are left on the top dividend number and your remainder became 0. So now we have to check how the division is done here, whether it is right or wrong. How you are going to check? You are going to check by multiplying the quotient and divisor. What is your quotient here? Your quotient is 1915 and that should be multiplied by 5. When you are multiplying these both the numbers, you will be getting here 9575 plus what is your remainder? Your remainder is 0. Any number is added by 0, you will be getting the same number. So what will be your number here? 9575, which is your dividend number. So the division what you have done is correct. This is how you are going to check your division. Understood, Nana? Whatever division you are doing, if you have any doubt, just apply this formula, cross check it. If you have any uh, calculation wrong, you can go through the division once again and check your answer. Children, now it is your turn. Go through the concepts what we have learned today and complete the exercise. Find the quotient and the reminders if any. You may get reminder or may not get reminder. So check whether you are getting reminder or not. So you have to write down your quotient along with your reminders. Now second one, divide and check your answers. You have to do the division and do the checking compulsory. Do this in your classwork book, Nana. Maintain separate classwork. This is your notes. You can directly write in your classwork book. If you have any doubts, you can get back to me. Hari Om. Thank you.